What's up, guys? Our Wrestling Podcast back at you with another episode. This is Dave Vicious, along with Just the Total Package, Craig the British Bulldog, and Uncle Cuz, bringing you our perspective on the world of professional wrestling. No inside sources, no ties to the industry, just stories from the diehards, sharing opinions with you. Today's topic, best dropkicks. For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcast, or watch our videos on YouTube at Our Wrestling Channel. On social media, can you give us a follow on Instagram at O.W.P 2019 or on Facebook at Our Wrestling Podcast. This should be fun, guys.
This was Cuz's idea.
It was Cuz's idea.
Thanks, Cuz. This shit's the bed. Everybody knows.
Oh, we all know it's Cuz's fault.
And it's going to be a hybrid episode. I gave Dave some notes so he didn't feel left out. And then we're going to go around the table. We're going to go around the table and have, like, whatever time the episode hits, we'll all go around and do a first choice. Dave's going to talk about the variations of the drop kick and everything. And then we're going to just name someone. You know what? This drop kick, I feel this person does it well, or whatever.
For those of you living under a rock, a drop kick is just a signature move in professional wrestling. It's become synonymous with high flying action.
For the record, if this episode is successful, the next one will be greatest armbar. So buckle up.
Kevin Owens,
greatest chin lock.
Greatest chin lock.
Actually, suplex is a great one.
Yeah, greatest suplex. Yeah. I already know who I'm. Woo! There's so many.
These are all based. I could do greatest clothesline. I could all that stuff.
Ooh, like it.
Yeah, all your flippity dippities now. I love the basic shit.
Well, that's the whole point. This was like usually for smaller built superstars. This was the flippity dippity back when we were kids. This was when someone did a drop kick, you're like, oh man,
you did a drop kick. You did a drop kick. You were a goddamn high flyer.
Whoa,
that's all.
Absolutely. So
whoa.
It has a long history dating back to the 1900s. It's one of the oldest moves in the history of professional wrestling. Actually, it can be traced back to early 1900s. Professional wrestling was like just a much different sport than it was. So that was your high flying maneuver, like we talked about. So matches were contested as catch can rules, emphasized grappling and submission holds rather than high flying maneuvers. You might argue, I don't know for sure, that the drop kick is what changed wrestling forever. If without that, where would you be?
Greatest episode of all time already.
There it is.
The original flippy shit.
There are a ton of variations of the drop kick, but the baseball slide is basically running. He slides feet first at the opponent, kicking with both feet. Kind of like a run, almost like missile, but it's not quite a missile.
Yeah, it's like you're sliding into first base and you're kicking. Usually, it's done when someone's on the outside of the ring and they baseball slide and kick them, like
exactly
outside the ring.
Yeah. So it's from high to low. It can counter an Irish whip, as they're being whipped into the ropes. It can be used to slide under an opponent. Usually, it's a technique to avoid that attempted kick. The corner drop kick is they're seated in the corner turnbuckle and they hit that person with a drop kick there. It's like a rope aided version most of the time, where wrestlers use the ring ropes to elevate the body, connecting with a drop kick to the opponent's chest upon landing. Jeff Hardy and Jack Gallagher use that quite a bit. Drop salt, also known as a backflip drop kick, my favorite. I love this one. It's an attack where the wrestler jumps up, kicks the opponent with both feet, and executes a backflip, landing on the mat chest first. Sometimes you can see the wrestler land chest first onto another opponent. Many wrestlers perform this move with great care, with a slight twist in their body, things like that.
Wasn't that Starman's finishing move on the NES wrestling game?
He did like a 360.
Yeah, he dropped and he landed on his feet. He jumped up, did a flat back drop kick, and then landed on his feet.
He would literally just standing do a full on.
If Starman is not on all four of our lists, then we're not.
You want to do this right?
Yeah, we did
do this right.
Starman.
Front drop kick, popularized by Jumping Joe Savaldi and Abe Coleman. I can't believe these names are on.
That's a pre-list.
These notes.
No way that's not.
Right.
That's a jumping drop kick.
Jumping Joe Savaldi.
A front drop kick.
Yeah.
Front drop kick performed by Jumping Joe Savaldi.
They basically jump forward. They're kind of taking a little bit of a start and they run forward. And hit
do you know who's just coming to my head in all these variations is Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Who does the majority of them, right?
He does almost all of them. Like he does the flat back one, the back one. Like,
and I would say of all the ones to execute, they're all pretty tough. This might be the easiest one, because you take that running, you can do it anywhere in the ring. You can do it all sorts of variations with it, but maybe the most common at times too. Missile drop kick uses someone jumping off the second or top turnbuckle and drop kicking down into them. So that's where the baseball slide they're doing it from a higher elevation, but missile drop kick is from like usually the top rope. It's fun, you know. So what happened? I missed it. What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Just
me and Jess just talking telepathically.
There's so many freaking drop kicks. Corner to corner missile drop kick. I mean,
Wow.
You know who does a
like
good missile drop kick?
Is that the corner one like what RVD does?
Yes.
Oh
Is that
no.
the
Yep.
Yeah.
corner to corner is like what RVD does,
Yeah.
right?
The Van
Yeah.
Terminator.
Which Shane McMahon copies.
Is he thinking about going coast to coast? Border to border here. Van Terminator.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Coast
comes
to
all the
coast.
time. Coast to coast, baby. Running single leg drop kick. I don't see that too often. Maybe I gotta look closer.
It's the Claymore, right?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty
it kinda
much
is the Claymore. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, that makes sense. Or what does
I'm
Sheamus call it? Sheamus
the
doesn't really
brogue-
do a drop
brogue
kick, though.
but
He
he
does
does
a
a
brogue
Sheamus is a
kick.
brogue kick,
Yeah,
but
he does a scissor kick.
He doesn't
Scissor
fall
kick.
onto his back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he does a scissor
Um,
kick.
Yeah,
but it's
Cat
kinda
wrestles
similar.
like a normal drop kick. It's also possible. Drew McIntyre uses it as his finisher. I knew I saw Drew's name somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Springboard drop kick. They jump onto the ring ropes and into the ring event, or from outside inside the ring, and jump towards their opponent, extends their legs to hit him in the head or the chest. And the standing drop kick, which is also awesome.
Classic.
Stand right there, jump up, and
Measure
just hit
them.
you
Yep.
square in the face, which is a lot of fun. Dave, they say David Von Erich created an innovation of it. That's pretty cool. And Kurt Hennig was also popular with that particular standing drop kick.
So with Bad News Brown's finisher, is that a drop kick?
That would be a ghetto blaster, sir. That is not the same.
That's right. I was gonna say this is
Almost like a
goddamn ghetto
spinning
blaster.
heel kick. Like
I
a
guess he
variation
hit him
of
with the shin, isn't
spinning heel
he?
kick.
I can't remember what they-
Yeah,
It's
with
like
the
a
shin,
back
yeah.
head kick.
I can't remember what they would call, but I thought the ghetto
It's a
blaster was
reverse-
the
Or almost
close-
like an Insaguri.
and
Are you
just-
gonna, Dave? You gonna start?
Yeah, you want me to start it so I can ruin
Yes.
everybody's list?
Yeah.
Randy Orton. Randy Orton is
Damn
is,
it.
is,
Good one.
is a classic.
Damn it!
Everybody,
I knew it.
everybody says Randy Orton has the best drop kick in the business.
Wow,
Or had
there's a couple
at this
other
point.
though, but go ahead.
Randy Orton back to his feet and drop kick catches Kofi. Whoa! Right in the ribs. That's a difference maker.
But notice, Randy Orton is holding what seems to be his left knee.
Quick into the cover. Hook of the leg. Lee get Kingston here. 2 count kick out at 2.5.
Again, this could be Kofi Kingston Elimination Chamber moment. Look at that, King.
Yeah, but
Well, and he does. Okay, so what variation does Randy do? Randy does
Standing.
the front one and the
He's the
standing,
standing
right?
Yeah.
and the front one.
He'll do the front one
he's
where
never done
he'll
the
counter-
he's never done the backflip one, but
Yeah, he'll
to my
drop
knowledge.
down when his opponent's running off the ropes. He'll do a drop down and then jump up with a drop kick, which is like the front drop kick, and then he also does a standing one too. Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Hardcore Holly and Maven. They both of them they have
Holly's a good one.
Excellent.
Fuck, Hardcore Holly did do a great
Yeah.
drop kick.
Yeah,
Hardcore
yeah.
Holly and
I forgot
Maven.
about that.
Maven did a
And
fucking excellent one too.
He would do a partial backflip too, if I remember right. Holly would actually get that snapback a little bit
Fucking
too.
he would get that.
But he would
snap in, yeah.
snap more to the
Is
side
that-
with it.
Mhm.
He wouldn't backflip entirely, but
Yep.
he still had that. There's that great when you do the drop kick, you do that great snap when you push off the chest, whether it goes side or back. I think that's incredibly impressive. And Holly
And go
did
back
that
and
a
check
lot.
out Maven's drop kick to Undertaker. That's
Maven.
one of the-
Maven
that
I
eliminated
forgot
burned in my
about
memory.
Maven. Maven had a
That's
great
just
drop
burned.
kick.
That's just
That's a-
roped off too right here. Those are
That's
both
a-
really good.
that's a-
Craig,
that's
what's
a good
yours?
one.
They're excellent.
I'm going to pivot
You're
from
gonna save it
what
for
you
last now because you don't.
I
wanna
am
say
going
it.
to save it for last. I'm going to go old school and say Jumpin' Jim Brunzell was the first, like...
God damn it! Go on. That's a really great choice. Fucking asshole.
Is
You
that
just
yours?
Totally
Is that
got
yours?
even with me right now. Yeah, you just totally got even with me right now, and I deserve that because I was mocking you the whole time. Fuck. Fucker,
Sorry,
man.
man.
I didn't think
That's so
anybody
good.
would choose Jumping Jim.
Shit.
But why did you
It's-
choose him?
Just because he got so high when the Killer Bees,
really
it was
did.
just a noticeable,
Bees.
amazing standing 10 feet in the air drop kick every time. It was just
So the
textbook.
reason why it was a really good drop kick, Gorilla Monsoon beat that into my head. Like,
Oh, really?
because oh my god, every match
What an
that
amazing
Jumping Jim
drop.
was in,
Yeah.
he would just be like, they'd be starting the match, he'd be in a goddamn wheel down hill. It was like, I'll tell you what, right now, Lord Alfred, if Jumping Jim hits you with that drop kick, it's lights out. Like, and it's just completely like, and that's all they talked about. And he's about, oh my goodness, Gorilla, absolutely. And the whole match, they would hype it. And then the second he
So
would hit
funny.
it, Monsoon would like lose his shit. That drop kick, like, and it in my head forever when I think dropkick. I'm like jumping Jim Brunzell.
So we were
Like-
mind fucked into thinking he had the greatest
Yeah.
drop kick in
I'm
history.
mocking you for an obvious thing that I knew you were going to choose, and you fucking touche. What am I going to say right now? You
take the
have
one that
bested me?
well, we just switched. You take the one that you thought I was going to go with.
Just comes in with that big boot.
Oh, that drop kick we talked about.
Punch the leg. And Jumpin' Jim Brunzell just waiting for an opportunity to unleash that devastating drop kick.
I know that you're going to do Coco and miss a dropkick off the top rope. Or am I wrong on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because he would land on his fucking feet. He would do it from the top rope, and he would drop kick, and he would land on his feet. Like, and I was like, oh my God.
Well, that's what
I saw
happens
that
when
as
you have
kids.
a low center of gravity.
That's true.
But he
And
also
then he
did
would-
like an amazing running drop kick too, like off the ropes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you'd eat his boot.
Forearm smash. One more. Forearm on the big drop kick, man. That's what he needs right now, Rod, to crawl up top and connect with a big drop kick. I believe that puts the big man down.
Coco Beware is putting his best shots together.
Headbutt.
Hakeem staggering backwards.
Coco's wasting time, man. Drop kick.
There it is.
But it didn't take the big man off the feet.
You ready for another one? I can't believe you guys
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
talk about this one. What about Okada?
I
Okada has
had him
good
on my mind. I had him
people.
on my mind for sure when I was making my list. Absolutely.
He's got a fantastic.
He almost
drop
lands
kick.
on his feet. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also gets so high up there, it's almost delayed, and he kicks him right to the chin or the throat, and it's like, whoa! It's very impressive, especially when you get the right person in there with him that can connect appropriately. Like they let him kind of like they get that little quarter of a second, and he hits him, just pegs him right in the face. But I feel like he's up there forever, and he also does that
Yeah.
partial snap. He's not quite flipping, but he's doing that snap flip to the partial side flip. It's just pretty, so pretty.
It's really good. It's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's probably one of the
excellent
best
drop
I've seen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cuz, do you have a round two? Cuz gave us two the first time. I'm afraid of Cuz now.
I don't think Cuz
Yeah.
I don't think Cuz gave a round one actually.
Yeah, he did. He
Well, I
gave
did.
two. He gave
I
Bob
did
Holly
Maven and Hardcore Holly.
He
Are we
said
still
Holly
doing
and
standing
Maven.
drop kick, or are we
That's what I
doing
said. I was just
Do
saying
any-
you get two.
You can
Do
do
any drop
anyone
kick.
you want, Cuz. Yeah, anyone you
any-
want.
springboard? I'd go probably Jericho. I always like springboard. His springboard
like
drop
it.
kick.
Yeah, that's when he bounced off the ropes,
Yeah.
right? And then kicks him or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I like that one too. Yeah,
Yep.
Jericho, he was on my mind too when Dave was reading that about the springboard one. I was like, that Jericho does it all the time.
Yeah, he did a lot of great springboard stuff. You know,
I'm gonna go now. So crazy, and fucking swoop my shit. I don't know what he's-
Scoop my heat. Scoop my heat.
I'm afraid of Cuz because he comes out with two, and then Craig steals mine. So I
It's
gotta
come
go.
out swinging.
I'm gonna go with Paul Roma.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
yes.
a good one.
Paul Roma, and
Ooh.
he would do a variation of the standing, but he would do the drop down like Orton does, but Orton kind of runs back at them. So he would whip his opponent to the ropes. He would drop down, and
Uh-oh.
Roma would just jump up back to his
Uh-oh.
feet
We
standing,
lost him.
and then they would
Jess,
run into him.
He's about to
You there,
flip
buddy?
us off too.
He was. that's the funniest thing ever.
If you
What
can't
happened?
see Jess, he's frozen. Even
gone?
almost middle finger. No, you're back.
Yeah,
he's
you're
back.
back. You're back now. You froze for
Oh
like a good 10
shit!
seconds.
You glitched a little bit. I'm glad I had a good pose. Yeah.
This is the part that Roma likes best. Once he's established his authority, there's that drop kick. Oh, beautiful, baby! Oh, what a devastating weapon that is. That was so pretty, just like me.
Well, he just reaffirmed what we thought earlier.
Roma was like he would just do a standing one, but it was like while his opponent was in motion. So he would drop down and just stand up and hit. I mean, he would almost have to like correct himself so he didn't go over their head. That's how high Roma would get.
Yeah.
Like Roma was
He's incredible.
really,
he's
really
such,
pretty
an,
drop
he's
kick.
such
So,
an athlete. Man.
This
Such
is
a great
this
athlete.
this is how close I was to taking that, Jess. I was gonna go Jim Powers, but then I thought I think one of those guys had a better drop kick, and I didn't want to be stupid. And you're right; it was going to be Roma.
There's Roma.
Jim
of Young
Powers is still
Stallions that
pretty,
had the
pretty
better-
good. It's a really good drop kick.
But
though.
to Jess's point earlier, I think we were programmed in our early years of watching wrestling to think these guys had the greatest drop kicks ever. Now we're just comparing it to what the commentators told us, like when we were watching Superstars and these late '80s teams.
if you want to go back,
But they
to the
were
past
good
and
drop
keep
kicks,
going.
but it's amazing.
They were.
Like back then, a drop kick was a big deal. So people were like,
Yeah.
I'll never forget Gorilla Monsoon just wearing you down the entire match. He said, no matter what they were doing, he's like, Lord, I'll shit my pants if he drop kicks him right now because that
Watch
is
out for
what,
that
like, you're like, oh, like,
Cuz has a good one. I'll let him go for the third.
He does.
before I
There's a
go.
moment there. Cuz just really liked
Yeah,
what he
cuz
came up with.
Well,
what do you
because
got?
he actually he could be in 3 categories, and I can't believe I didn't even mention him in my first category, the standing drop.
Who
kick,
is it?
Hayabusa. He
Yeah.
does
Yeah,
a good
oh my
springboard
God.
drop kick,
God
standing
damn it.
drop kick, and then he does a good missile drop kick too.
I
Yes, he
don't
does.
I don't think he meets all 3 categories, but Mr. Perfect puts on a pretty amazing drop kick, man.
I
that's the
think
one that I
he
said
might-
that everybody was going to do standing because he did. Mr. Perfect
had the
was known
best
for the
standing
standing
drop
drop kick.
Yeah.
He would legitly walk up and touch the top of their head,
Yeah.
and then just jump up and hit them. Like, and yeah, he was.
He was like
excellent at it.
measuring him up, yeah, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What else you guys got?
Is it my turn again? Oh, go ahead, Craig.
I thought Malenko had a great drop kick too.
Ah,
D.
Malenko did
Malenko.
have a pretty good drop
He
kick.
was what variation he do though? Because I do remember what he did. It was a 1-footed drop kick, right?
Yes.
He would
almost
He would like
Mhm.
yeah.
He would do a
rotate
standing
into
drop
it,
kick, but
yeah.
it'd just be 1 foot.
Yeah, he did that running
Yeah.
single leg. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Malenko's awesome.
Probably one of the best. I don't know why I keep thinking it, but oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jess. You probably have another one. What do you got?
I have Jeff Jarrett.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
Jarrett, that's
Jeff
Very
Jarrett
good.
did standing and he did the running ones too. Excellent. I mean, really pretty. Like you would watch Jeff Jarrett. It's amazing form.
Do you ever?
I love Jeff Jarrett's drop kicks.
Do you ever just think that you just assume this person has a good dropkick, but then you go to look for one and you can't find anywhere to confirm? And I swear Ricochet has a fantastic dropkick, and I can't find a good dropkick that he's done on video anywhere.
He's probably done a ton of variations because Ricochet has to have done something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, well, Ricochet's got a great dropkick, but I'm like, am I thinking of somebody else? Like,
I like Owen Hart's missile drop kick too.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Owen Hart.
Yeah, Owen Hart.
yeah, Owen Hart's good.
Greats, man, the great.
Man,
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh
good drop
god,
kick.
another
How did I forget about Ziggler? God damn.
he's on
I know,
the
another
list
great
for sure.
great standing.
How can I forget about
He
Ziggler?
kind of almost does like a backflip when he
I'm probably biased too, but I thought Angle had a pretty decent dropkick.
Angle did.
Angle
Angle's
did,
great at
yeah.
everything, though.
Angle
Yeah,
could
he had to get everything.
Angle did everything great. I mean,
I'm not even impressed when you bring him up anymore. I'm like, of course he could do your taxes. He knows.
Corner to corner, it's always been Rob Van Dam. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna go Rob Van Dam for corner to corner. That's
Yeah, I had
that's
an
his
RVD on
move
like
only.
my backup list RVD because he does everything. We mentioned him before. My other one was Daniel Bryan. I was just throwing
Yeah.
that out there. That was my late pick in case because I was almost sure somebody would pick him. He does everything too.
Yeah.
There's another one that I put a picture of him up. He's always been great too.
I'm looking up
AJ.
some stuff too.
Oh,
AJ
AJ
Styles.
Styles, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at one that I didn't know about because I'm just researching it, and they say Dante Martin, and I'm looking at a video, and it's pretty impressive in AEW.
He gets air, doesn't he?
He's way up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dante
Yeah.
Martin. Yeah,
And it's a standing drop kick when he throws him into the ropes, and he's much higher than Perfect ever got.
I was
Well,
trying
a
to.
lot of them can do it. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's easy to do, but like a lot of them can do it. It's the way. It's the timing. Like when
Yes.
everyone in our mind, like when I used to do it in O.W.P, like I had Mr. Perfect in mind, so I do the standing drop kick, and I would put my hand on the head, and that was your goal. I was trying to kick my own hand, like, and I would just that was how you do it. So a lot of these wrestlers, I find it interesting. I want to, if I ever talk to them, I'd be like, what did you, when you developed that kick, who were you thinking about or what were you thinking about? Because there's the snap they put on it or the way they use it matters. Like, and the standing drop kick is a specific movement. Doing the drop down, letting your opponent bounce off an extra set of ropes.
And timing
then
that perfectly.
they get that momentum and timing it. Like that's a different like mindset too. That's what Jarrett
Yeah.
does. That's what Roma did. Like, and then, just the missile drop kick off the top rope. The way Coco did it was crazy. Owen was just as good. There's a lot of times that Owen would land it and then he would do a kip up like right
Yeah,
afterwards.
he
Like,
would land
was
on his
just-
back,
yeah,
yeah.
It was effortless. Like, yeah, it was like so
Jericho's
there's a lot
missile drop kick too, dude.
Was
Jericho-
really good. Yeah.
yeah,
he would do it
Jericho
where he
did
would
do that
face
for a
you
lot
and
of
then
years.
turn in
yeah.
the air and then do like almost he's like pushing off of you and yeah, his was
I'm-
really good.
I
I'm
don't
looking
like
at-
Daniel Bryan's because he would land on his back.
He-
It
he's
just
landing
Daniel
like Owen
Bryan
does.
did it.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan did it like
Lands
the
like
big
Owen.
guys would. Like Earthquake
Just
would drop kick like that. Earthquake
Yeah.
drop kicked, and he would do the back. He would bump on his back. Like, but then also Earthquake would do the regular one too. And Big Show, I'll
Yeah,
never
Big
forget. It
Show.
was a
Oh,
Clash
yeah.
of Champions.
Yeah,
he was
he did
facing Chris Benoit, and Chris Benoit was like
drop-kicked
they
his ass.
did the ring introductions, and Big Show staring at him, or he was the Giant then. And
Yeah.
Benoit, like women would always go behind him, and women would take his jacket off. And she got it down to his elbows, and Big Show or Giant's like, I'm gonna
Just
drop kick
missiled
him.
him.
And he fucking running drop kick right in the face. Like,
Nice.
I was like, oh my God, like
that was
Jesus.
actually yeah.
And right now, Woman has the coach. He is stuck in his coat. Woman's holding the coat, and the Giant drop kicks him. His head rocks back. Woman was trying to pull off his vest. He was caught in it, and now the Giant picks him to the heavens. Look at this.
I'm watching a horrifying one-legged dropkick. This running single leg by Suzuki. That's pretty horrifying. He lays that in pretty good.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, Suzuki's fantastic. Probably one of the best running single legs I've seen.
Back in the
I said it too. Like RVD was very innovative. RVD would do 1-foot kicks. Like RVD did everything.
Oh yeah, that turn, that spinning kind of heel kick.
Yeah, and he would do the you know, off the ropes. He would bounce off the second rope and then come back and kick with just 1 foot. Like RVD did everything. Like he did missile drop kicks off the top rope. Like he did everything. Again, you know,
are we not going to talk about Marty Jannetty at all? Why are we leaving him out?
He was all right. Like honestly, he was okay.
Wow.
Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad at Marty
What about Brad Armstrong in the AWA old WCW days? Was always known for having a
Brad was really solid. Yeah. Muda did a lot of variations with the kicks and everything like that. Muda just was very kicky, so like he just kind of fell into it all.
I'm trying to think of like the Taka Michinoku, but I don't know if he was top tier. But he always seemed to do a lot
Saturn would do it like Malenko, if I remember. It was like the one leg, like the way he would get.
Saturn was just so talented anyway.
Don't forget about Lance. Don't forget about Lance.
Yeah, Lance Storm.
Oh God, yeah, Lance Storm.
Yeah, he was excellent too. He's one of the pretty ones that you see the pretty drop kick. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah, he really he took it very serious.
It's like it's like AJ in the picture that I have here on Sting when they put both feet together and both feet hit simultaneously. Like some people will do
hard to do.
A spread out one where like one will hit him in the chest and the other hits him in the head. But like AJ gets up and hits him with like both feet together. Like it's one punch.
Bailey used to do a nice like a running, like she would be on the outside, opponent would be on the other side on the outside, and she would run, jump, do a slide through the corner, and then drop kick them that way.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Who did that?
Bailey.
Oh, Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of you mention Paul Lennon? I forgot about him.
No, I didn't. But yeah, he's another good
too.
He did the actual backflip drop kick. That looks pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh.
There's a lot of them.
Just kidding.
Oh yeah, he would do the 360,
the
450 splash drop kick off the
after I popped 4 Advil, brother.
Oh, brother, yeah. I would actually pop the Advils in mid rotation while I was in the air, brother.
And 3 hold blazers.
On the way down at Miller Lite.
Yeah. Down with 3 Miller Lights, brother.
It was as good as my
3 Miller Hulksters. Yeah.
Well, Joe, you know I taught Randy Orton and Ziggler how to do their drop kicks, brother.
Yeah. Go back, brother.
I can't hear you. Yes, you can. Line number 1. That's what Cuz said. Line number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, whoa, that's loud, brother.
Oh, yeah, because I just responded. What I was saying was...
Brother, yeah.
It's such an old thing to say. I can't hear you when he hasn't even spoken yet. Well, I have to say something first. Oh, that makes sense.
Who do you think came up with the idea for the giant dropkick Benoit, brother?
Me,
I demonstrated for him in the beginning.
God dang it. Okay.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Well, I think this will be a series, but I think we will concentrate on moves.
Good little, well, they're good little short. They're good little shorts. They're not that short, but they're short. So, for audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcasts, or watch our videos on YouTube at Our Wrestling Channel. On social media, give us a follow on Instagram at O.W.P 2019 or on Facebook at Our Wrestling Podcast. For the Uncle Cuzzes and the British Bulldogs, and whoever we are, Chess. I can't remember anymore. Total Packages. This is the O.W.P. signing off. Whoa. Signing off. Have a good one.
No, I didn't. What did I?
Who do you thought created social media, brother?
No. Wait.